Hello, boys and girls, this is Anders, of course, and welcome back to another Battlefield 4 video. I like to start off with saying I apologize for the subpar quality of the last video. I kind of half-assed it, and I saw a lot of you guys felt that way as well. I was actually about to not upload the video at all, but I thought then you guys might lose your shit because I didn't upload a video, and that's kind of the thing. Sometimes you're not quite sure if a video is up to par or not, and it really isn't, it turns out, but at least I can say thank you guys for being honest with me and keeping me on my toes, so to say, so I don't slack off and start uploading crap. This video is a nice little rush attack gameplay with the AR-160. For me, a completely new gun, since again I haven't played Battlefield 4 in 3 months basically, so the naval DLC weapons and gadgets are basically untested for me, and I gotta say it's a great fucking gun. I love it. Also, Alex Vick, or Avic, is the guy that makes all of my thumbnails and everything basically when it comes to channel design, art, and that kind of stuff on my YouTube and on my Twitch TV streaming channel. He is in the game with me, and we're kind of squatting up, me and him, so you might be able to actually hear him speak some Swedish in the background from now and then, and I apologize for that. I do not have any virtual audio cables. I can remove his voice from the game audio, but he's a nice guy, so I don't think you guys are gonna mind hearing his voice just a tiny little bit in the background at least. Okay, let's get to the important bits. So a lot of juicy information has leaked about the Dragon Teeth DLC that's upcoming now for Battlefield 4. Basically all of the weapons and the gadgets have been leaked, and also if you're part of the community test environment as a premium member, or for example like myself, a YouTuber, and you actually got that downloaded, you can, with some tricky business, unlock it. I can't exactly explain it to you, both because I'm not allowed to really, and both because I don't really got the know-how to do it. But the guys we have to thank for it is Matti, a Finnish guy, and Victor, a Swedish guy, who have kind of cracked the code and made it possible for us to check it out in advance. Sadly though, something fucked up with my community test environment. It never really downloaded for me, so I couldn't actually play the game and try out the new weapons in the test range myself, but Jack Frags have done that. He doesn't go into details about any of the equipment or gadgets really, he just talks briefly about them, mentions their name and that kind of stuff, so you can always check that out to see exactly how they look like, or are gonna look like in the game, or kind of how they're gonna look like, because they can of course change, since this is kind of a pre-release thing, kind of a beta of the DLC itself. But let's take a look at the first weapon. Okay, this is the SIG MPX. It's a submachine gun, it's brand new, it's probably made to try to replace the MP5, very popular submachine gun in SWAT teams for example, and for police officers as well. And this comes in 3 different calibers: 9mm NATO, 357 SIG, or 40 caliber Smith & Wesson. Honestly, I don't think it's gonna get any of the bigger calibers. It's probably gonna get 9mm NATO, and from the looks of it, from the gameplay I've seen, it looks to be a 20 or a 30 round magazine, so it's not gonna be one of those super high powerful guns in any way, but you never know. It might come in 357 Sig Sauer Magnum, or it might even come in 40 caliber Smith & Wesson. I have no clue, but it looks like a neat little submachine gun, and it might be a lot of fun to play around with. So this is the Macmillan ZS5. It's a modular compact urban sniper rifle. What the fuck does that mean? That means that the sniper rifle is gonna be very customizable, or it's supposed to be in reality. Of course it's gonna be very customizable in Battlefield 4, because you know we love customization in our games, but it's mainly made to be used with a suppressor and a very short barrel in close combat situations such as houses and cities and similar. So this is definitely going to be one of those weapons you want to pick up when it's a small map, but you still want to snipe, and you want to be real aggressive with the sniping, so aggressive recon or aggressive sniper, whatever you want to call it. It's chambered in 308 Winchester, and it's going to be 6 rounds in the magazine and 1 in the chamber, so 5 rounds in the magazine of course and 1 in the chamber. That's the correct way of saying it, and it looks to be a really nice little sniper rifle. It looks like you can chamber another round really quickly, and it looks like you can reload your magazine real quickly as well. So I think this is gonna be a nice, neat little sniper rifle to play around with on those close quarter maps. Okay guys, this is the Metaba Auto Revolver. Isn't it a weird looking little thing? Also, excuse me for maybe pronouncing it weirdly, it is made in Italy. So as a Swedish guy I might not pronounce it correctly. At first glance you can see that it probably reminds you a lot of one of the new guns we got the last time, because the revolver has the barrel underneath instead of on top, but this is also an auto revolver, meaning that you don't have to actually pull the trigger to cock the hammer and rotate the cylinder to get another shot into the barrel, but it actually does that automatically with the kinetic energy or the expelled gases from the previous round, meaning that if we're lucky there won't be any delay between pulling the trigger and the gun actually firing, but knowing dice, you never know. It's chambered in 357 Magnum, 38 Special, or even 45 Smith & Wesson Magnum, and that would be pretty fucking awesome. If you get 45 Magnum ammo in it, this might be one of those excellent execution guns that you use, for example, if you shoot somebody in the leg or the body with your sniper rifle and it doesn't kill them, then pulling out this puppy and finishing them off might be an excellent thing to do. And if there's no delay on pulling the trigger and the gun actually firing, this might be an awesome weapon if you're really good at aiming, just running around shooting people in the head with one-shotting them. I think it could be amazing. Let's just hope DICE doesn't fuck it up. Okay guys, time for the Riot Shield. Most of you guys know what this is. A Riot Shield is most commonly used by police officers during a riot or a demonstration to stop demonstrators from throwing rocks at them, Molotov cocktails or firecrackers or whatever the demonstrators are throwing at them at the moment. They're usually not bulletproof, so they wouldn't be very useful in battlefield, but there is a variant that SWAT and other special forces uses that actually have a bulletproof plexiglass for the looking hole and also bulletproof steel and Kevlar composites to stop the bullets incoming. But from what I've seen in the gameplay footage from Jack's video, it looks to be, to me at least, like you can smash the actual window and shoot people through it. I don't know if you're gonna have to put one shot in the window first so it cracks, and then you're gonna be able to shoot whoever's behind it, but I'm at least hoping that's gonna be a mechanic, because otherwise you're gonna see a ton of people just using these like a huge wall of shield and just advancing through open areas completely. But it might, if it's done the right way, it might be a nice addition to Battlefield to help you and your squad mates actually advance over those wide open areas where there's literally no cover at all, and snipers and light machine gunners are just tearing you apart. Oh man, isn't that just lovely? So I don't think I need to introduce this gun a lot. I think all of you guys know that this is a Desert Eagle, aka the Deagle, or aka the hand cannon, because this is literally a hand cannon, a cannon you can hold in your hands. I think most of you guys know what this gun is about, but let's just talk about it briefly. Magnum Research and Israeli military industries have made it together, so it's Israeli and it's American at the same time. It is most commonly featured with 50 caliber Action Express cartridges when it comes to the video game variant, but a lot of people buy the gun with 45 Magnum or 357 Magnum configurations simply because that is less of a pain for your wrist and your wallet, because shooting 50 caliber Action Express all day is gonna put a hole in your wallet, and it's also gonna make your wrist really sore unless you're Superman or something, because this baby, she kicks. Holy shit. Judging from the footage I saw from Jack Frags, it seems to have a lot of kick, but it looks to be weak enough so you can actually control it. Kind of like in Counter-Strike, if you take your time and wait maybe a half a second between the shots, you might be able to do really well with this gun. And I'm really looking forward to see what kind of a gun it is, because you never know if it's gonna be the 50 Action Express, the 45 Magnum or 357 Magnum configuration we're gonna see in Battlefield 4, but hopefully the 50 caliber Action Express, because shit, that's just fun. It's just more fun with a bigger bullet. So, the footage we see right here is Wally with weapons. It's a remote-controlled robot. The footage you see here is from Medal of Honor Warfighter. It was one of the kill streak perks you had there as a demolition guy, but it is also known as the MAARS or the Musa. It's pretty goddamn awesome. It featured a 40mm grenade launcher and also together with the M240 SAW light machine gun. I don't know what kind of configuration it's gonna be in Battlefield 4, but it's gonna be a grenade launcher together with a machine gun at least. But don't fret, don't worry, it's not gonna be one of those things that people can throw at you over and over and over again as long as they have some stupid ass friends with ammo packs next to them. But this is gonna be a battle pickup weapon, so you can only pick it up once or twice each battle or each map, and it's gonna be a specific location on the maps themselves. So this is definitely gonna be something fun to look out for and pick up and play around with. And the last weapon we're gonna take a look at is the SRSS Bulldog, and this is actually a bullpup design, or rather a bulldog design as the designer wanna call it, of an M14 or an M1A. Those are quite old semi-automatic rifles, basically used like assault rifles all the way back in like the Korea War and the Vietnam War. I don't know, you guys seen them before? I might put up a nice little picture of them, but nothing else is really known about this weapon. I tried to search the web and I've never heard about it before either. It kind of looks like something that's homemade in some dude's basement. So that's all the weapons and equipments I got my quote-unquote hands on, or I got information about. If I missed anything, feel free to leave a comment telling me so. If you think I should have done something different, do the same. Also, if you just enjoyed the video, please let me know by hitting that like button and maybe leaving a comment as well, or sharing it with your friends on Facebook and that kind of good stuff. As usual, thank you guys so very much for watching. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.